What's going on, guys? It's Brando Linick here, and you're asking how to get a cleaning business started. There's a lot I could throw your way. I was looking at this with actually family and friends probably 3 years ago. I've been in a couple different types of businesses over the last 4 years. A cleaning business I looked at really because my friend and I, we really wanted to start a simple business, and to be honest with you, we wanted to make an income, build an income that we were in control of without being told what to do and how to do it by an employer. So that was our reason. What we started doing was we started posting things up on Craigslist, connecting with people on LinkedIn and other social media networks, people who owned like firms and things of that nature, where we could go in and do commercial buildings. Okay, so that's how we started out. And it was fun at first, but I'll tell you, after a while, dealing with the chemicals associated with the business, and I want you to hear me out here for a second, because the chemicals, wearing the mask, the respirators, all that stuff, literally, it can give you a headache, but not just that, it can be grunt work, physically demanding work every single hour that you're working, which is why, if you're looking at this for similar reasons why we looked at it, to start a simple business to make money, I would advise you, having put that business off to the side now, before you consider diving into this business model, if you're looking at this to build a business, to retire your wife, retire your husband, to be able to have time, freedom, and flexibility in your life, I've got a lead I want to throw you away, if that's the case, if that's what you're looking for. My story and experience with this goes back just over the last year, when I put the business off to the side, and I came across a person who was building a business on the internet. They're building a business online from home, without supplies, without chemicals, without equipment, without wearing respirators, without doing anything physically demanding, and they weren't sitting on their computer all day long. They're just building a high multiple six-figure income business on the internet, which is not average or typical results. They weren't bugging friends and family or doing any of that crazy stuff, but because they were doing this, traveling around the world, building a business at the same time, because they could work off their laptop, connect in another country where there's Wi-Fi, alright, they had internet access, and build their business. Because they had this leverage, I started to model and copy what they're doing, and it took me in 3 weeks to create a full-time income business from scratch, working part-time. But I worked my butt off at that, and I don't want to make this sound like it's cliche, alright, because I worked really hard to do that. I had to put in dedication. I wanted to change my life. I knew I could do it, and I was solely dedicated on doing that. So I was able to create those results because I decided not to be average or typical. So if you're average or typical, I'm not telling you business is not for you. I'm just saying business is not right for you right now, because in any business you got to put in work, and you can't be average or typical, or else you're going to get average or typical results. But aside from that, that's a rant for another video. I share that with you because if you want to build a business to be your own boss, create your own income, travel, to retire your wife, retire your husband, learn to build a leveraged business model where your profit margins are really high and your overhead is a lot lower. And the best way to do that is the internet. Learn how to leverage and build a business online where you don't have to deal with supplies, you don't have to have equipment, you don't have to have employees, you don't have to have yourself driving around 8 hours a day halfway across town only to know that the appointment you set up to clean a building is now canceled. Alright, and that way you can have time freedom. That way you can do the things that you want to do. So that's just my tip. That's my overview. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, the internet is not the only way to go to build a business. Building a business from home is not the only way to go. But if you want to build a business to have time freedom, flexibility, to do what you're passionate about, learn to build a business online. And if this makes sense to you from a business perspective and you'd like to learn more about this, if you're coachable, trainable, you're willing to learn some things, check out my site, connect with me. It's 123marketingtips.com. I will put the link in the description below, and you'll see a video there from myself. First off, just explain exactly how I've done this, how you can do it too. After that, you'll see a video from my partner, my friend, who shared this with me 16 months ago, and it's forever changed the way I've been able to do business without chasing people down, learning to attract people to me using the system on the internet. So that said, appreciate you. It's been fun. I'll connect with you on the other side. For those of you who don't connect with me, I still appreciate you, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world.